We had another water break come in sometime this morning.
This water main break means people living on Pennington Street in Irving are getting some unwelcome news.
The water's off at this time.
And it will be off for a while.
3 to 4 hours.
During that time, water utilities crews close the street, dig through the ground to find the break, and make repairs.
Of course, every time we go out, we're disrupting people.
And it's happening more often than they would like.
We are seeing a general degradation of our systems.
Not far from this problem on Pennington, another crew is getting to work on Parliament Street.
We had a valve that failed on us.
The disruption of service is obviously something that everybody's concerned about.
The problems are easy to explain.
A lot of our infrastructure is that old.
But tougher to fix.
We have about 1,500 miles of pipe total.
That's enough pipe to stretch from Irving to Denver and back again. While most cities rely on outside water sources, Irving maintains its own.
It's a very vast network. If you could see underground, you'd be amazed at how many pipes are underground.
They're put in the ground back in the 60s and 50s and 40s when Irving was just starting to grow, and those pipes have outlived their usefulness.
Concrete pipes used in the wastewater system are breaking down.
The gases that are in the wastewater eat up the inside of the concrete pipe, and we've had a couple of major failures in the last 5 to 6 years.
Cast iron pipes used in water delivery are getting rusty.
So that's what we're seeing here.
That's what we're seeing here.
Inside the pipes?
That's actually inside the pipe, as you can see inside the pipe.
As the rust builds over the years, it starts blocking pipes.
It just restricts the flow, makes it more difficult for pressure. Some people will be calling it a pressure problem.
The rust could also discolor water. Look what happens when we opened this hydrant. Just as the water has stained the curb in this neighborhood, it is having the same impact in homes, staining bathtubs and toilets.
So when the water goes past this in the pipes, and then it comes out in the homes, that's where you can get the stains.
Oh yeah, you can see that on my hand there, the rust that comes off. Well, that's what's going to happen.
To be clear, water quality is not the issue here.
The water is very safe, and we do a number of things to make sure it's safe. We take 175 to 200 samples every month throughout the system and test it for a number of different things. So we're constantly out in the system looking for any water quality issues.
Water Utilities says it can reduce many of these problems and expand system capacity as the city grows, but it will require more spending.
What we're looking to do is raise water rates and sewer rates in tandem so that we have enough money to fund operations going forward and to fund this increased capital cost.
Irving City Council will be asked to approve an increase of 5% a year. As you can see by this chart, even with the proposed increase, Irving will still have the lowest rates in the Dallas area. Water Utilities believes that increase will help reduce repairs and disruptions in service. Irving already holds the unwanted distinction of making more repairs than other cities it monitors.
If we don't get more aggressive in replacing pipes, that number's just going to go up.
Most of the replaced pipes will be made of PVC or other material that is expected to last longer than what is currently used. Water Utilities wants to get to work now because that pipe is getting more expensive.
It's gone up about 60% in the last 10 years, so delaying the investment is only going to cost more down the road and much higher rate increases.
Water Utilities has already redesigned its trucks and taken other steps to increase efficiency and cut expenses.
We achieved just major efficiency gains and cost savings from this project.
By getting to work on system improvements, the city believes it will be able to avoid huge rate increases experienced in some other area cities.
There are several cities in the Metroplex that have had double-digit increases. Garland, Grand Prairie, Dallas. There's one little town called Crandall on each side of Dallas. They've raised rates 80% for sewer and 45% for water.
Compare that to the estimated 5% rate increase proposed for Irving. It would help fund the replacement of 28 miles of pipe every year.
Water is something that we all depend on. It's something we take for granted, and then when it's not there, it becomes a big issue.
The plan is to get more lines replaced before they break and inconvenience customers.
We would like to change more of our infrastructure, change out these water mains that are affected, that are old mains that keep breaking.
The concern is if we continue to push this off, there's going to be a much greater cost down the road, a much greater impact to the rates. So it's real critical to go ahead and get a hold of this now while we have the opportunity to go ahead and start improving the system and minimizing the number of breaks and disruptions that we have in our service.